Everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to another Hazel stream. I'd like to thank Dark Enforcer for a 35-month resub. Next month, 3-year subscription. Have I paid for your house yet? Almost. Just about there. Happy Thursday. Hello, Hazel. Hello. How is everybody doing today? Somehow always pull me back into WoW. That is the hazard of hanging out here if you're trying to get away from WoW, is that is where we are. That is more or less what I always, at every turn, do. Jinx0707, thank you for the 39-month resub. Hi, Hazel and chat. Loving the hair. Cleaning and packing for a trip while I watch. Send emergency motivation. Oh, you got this. You're going to have so much fun once you're on the road. There's a rare over there. Hair is growing, not that it normally doesn't. It is growing. It's just about grown to the limits of my tolerance. I think I might trim it this weekend. Oh, my turn. Me, I tag. There we go. Bittersweet, thanks for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Howdy. I was, doing some pug low mythic plus keys last night, and just recently in general I've been doing them here and there, and I found people in those low keys are like so nice. They're like, hey, how's your night going? Good, cool, looking forward to a good key. Howdy everybody, how's it going? Hey, hi. I'm just not, I don't know why I didn't expect it, but I found that all of the low keys that I've been doing, kind of like 2s, 5s, even like 7s and 8s, have just been filled with people that are like punching real high damage for their eye level, and they're really nice. It's been cool. Holocron Coder, thank you for the 10-month resub. You ever miss the long hair? No. No. Sometimes I look back at photos of like the long hair when it was like styled and dyed and everything, and I go, that looked cool. That was so much time and money. I'm glad that I did it, but I'm also real glad to be doing this. This works good for me. The cursed keys of the 10s and 15s. I'll have to see when I get up there. The 5s and 7s and 8s have been lovely. Although I discovered that I had been a bit naive. First of all, I thought it was still afflicted. It's not afflicted. It's incorporeal this week. Last week was blending together into this week for me. And then secondly, the other problem was that I thought, oh, well, you just have to CC them for incorporeal. I don't need to take Shackle Undead. I was I'm gearing a Shadow Priest ult. I figured I don't need to Shackle Undead. I can just Psychic Scream, Veer. I'll just kind of like hit him with the Psychic Scream elbow. Does not work. Should have known that. And it was a good thing we happened to have a Demon Hunter tank that was just imprisoning almost all of them. And then there was a mage that can sheep, but like I expected to shackle for after that just in case. I think I had Dominate Mind, but I don't like that button. It weirds me out. I don't understand it. I don't want to. Sprocket Trap with a 6-month resub. Happy half a year. And Gator Grantham with a brand new sub. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it, guys. Miss Kira, hello, cutie. Good morning, Miss Kira. She was sitting in my lap while I was having breakfast, and there was a little sunshine in the window, and she was warm, sunny kitty. It was real cute. Get to 15s. People are giving me Depresso. Getting some fuzz up top. I know, right? I'm getting frizzy. I'm getting scruffy. I don't know exactly in what pattern I'm gonna trim it, but I'm gonna do something. This morning I did a little action. I'm ready to go. I don't know what you do with the sides of your hair slicked back, but something. Wish we were able to make 2 lizards because I want to make a fresh lizard for augmentation. Can you do another one on like a different server? I know that's not a great solution, but I actually genuinely don't know. Spend a point increased by Billion Dance. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just making this up. At first I was thinking when I was leveling my Demon Hunter, of course I'm going to level as DPS. I need to play I-beam spec. That's the whole point of being a Demon Hunter, is being able to kill people with a really, really bad glare. But then I did that I tank queued for Nahoon yesterday because the DPS queue was 20 minutes. Also, I'm going to die in this cave. This is where I live now. I don't know how I can leave. The DPS queue was really long, so I tank queued for it, and it was like kind of almost a little bit fun. I bet you if I read my buttons, I'm pretty sure I was really close to the exit, and I've turned all the way around. Yeah, it was a little bit fun. I bet you if I read my buttons and I figured out what any of them at all did, I might actually enjoy tanking. There's something real weird about doing it with 2 swords and no shirt, but does that mean that I won't? I don't know. Give it a shot. Yeah, maybe I should try it for at least one. Maybe I should, especially like early before I get too many buttons, because later on when you know the keybinds start heating up, I'm probably not going to want to do it. But for right now, maybe I'll go turn these in and then set up a little tank spec and queue for like a classic dungeon to see if it'll give me like rage fire or something. I do not raid on Mythic, no. I do PTR testing to get the footage for the raid guides. I'm a heroic raider. I usually will clear normal, we'll clear heroic, we'll re-clear heroic until nobody's having fun anymore, and then we'll take a break until next year, but we definitely don't do Mythic. You can make another Dracthir on another server. Spooky Snacks, thank you for the 40-month resub. Having a sleep break because we had an earthquake in Melbourne. Oh, how, I don't know what I was about to say. Glad things are all right. Good idea. Buttons are scary. Got my Cobalt Shale Wing. Congrats, Macy. Demon Hunters tanking is pretty fun until you get addicted to jumping past 4 packs and dying. That's from what I've seen from Demon Hunter tanks that I've healed is the Demon Hunter tank special. They zoom really far ahead and then they get themselves in big trouble. What is the point of Demon Hunter tanking? Embrace the demon within to incinerate enemies, protect allies. Yeah. So you've got Mouth Beam and then you've got like Death Strike. There's Death Strike, there's Mouth Beam. This one is a generator. This thing is like Death and Decay Bomb. It's not, but I'm just saying. Fell Blade is a charge. That should be maybe over here. I should switch those two around. Immolation Aura. Only 6 seconds? I feel like it should last longer. Maybe there's like a talent. I'm going to put Throglaive on 7. Metamorph on 5. Fiery Brand. Seems important. I don't know. There's Kick. There's Purge. That's my jumpy jump. And then I have talent points to spend too. Demon Spikes increases your parry. Oh, that's why people were saying it gives me parry. I'm thinking, it says right on it, it gives armor, but you take a talent. Take reduced damage after Demon Spikes ends. I should take things that make me tanky, eh? What's Infernal Strike again? Infernal Strike was my... nothing? I don't have an Infernal Strike, do I? I must. Oh, no, I do. Oh, it's my jumpy jump. Okay. So I could jumpy jump more often. I don't know, pick anything. Middle talents are usually good. They usually put them in the middle for a reason. Howdy. Good morning or afternoon or evening. How do you feel about Heroic being way easier this time around? It doesn't upset me that much. I'm still having fun. I think I'm still getting everything I want to out of the raid. It just made it less of a headache to progress through. I do think, however, though, if you're looking for a challenge, you're in for a treat with the new Mega Dungeon. It's based on the last round of tuning that they did. Hooey, that's going to be a time. We'll have to see. As a fellow Magic DPS, love and welcome all Demon Hunters. Do I have that debuff yet? I know that's like a thing that Demon Hunters do, but like I don't have any idea. Shattered Souls, killing a target leaves soul fragments. Well, I don't know. I don't even know what those look like. Mastery just gives me armor. My tattoos reduce my damage taken. That's cool. And then I get like stam, armor, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the fire dots reduce damage done to me. Okay. I want class colors in my frames, but I want, oh well. Where am I going? We're in, I'm assuming most things that I do cleave. I'm just pressing any button. I think that's how this works. So that one's gonna blow up and do something. What's that one do? Oh yeah, that's my charge, that's right. That's my charge, that's not my leapy leaf. Hey, you gouged me, that's rude, I'm tanking. Well, I was tanking. Never seen a demon hunter tank. They're usually at the other end of the dungeon to the rest of us. You're right. I need to keep moving. Wow. Yeah, I actually couldn't tell you which ones of these buttons cleave. I'm assuming most of them. Slash your target. Alright, fracture does not cleave. Also, I don't seem to have like my threat plates up. Like, I'm tanking. They usually... I'm in the right spec, right? Yeah, no, I'm vengeance. I'm having a hard time. I wonder if I need to look at my plater or something. Because he's red. Oh, maybe it's fine. Purple, I think, means that I have aggro. I think that if it turns pink, then we're in trouble. Yeah, no. After maining DH tank from Legion all the way to Shadowlands, taking a break during Dragonflight. Sigil, good threat generator. Okay. Soul shards are smoky, wispy shard things. I'll have to look out for them. Are we gonna skip the trash? We gonna fight the trash? I don't know. Oh, that thing. So I can eat it and it heals me, I'm thinking. What else do I do? Metamorph. What does Metamorph do? I don't know. It makes me really big and really thick ankles. It turns me into the Hulk. Maybe this is the trouble that I have with, Demon Hunter. Is that I'm really afraid of the Incredible Hulk. And I don't want to look like him. It's scary. I had some of the worst nightmares that I ever had as a kid were because it was late at night and I was away from home. And on TV, I saw a little bit of, I don't know if it was like a movie or, wait, oh, he's still there. He's not done yet. I don't know if it was a movie or, yeah, this is not going well. I've been various shades of a tank before in my life. This is about as bad as it's ever gone. Yeah, if you could come back here, please. I don't think that my threat plates are working correctly. I see sometimes that it's pink, but like I've had the threat in him the whole time and he's still been punching other people. Alright. But yeah, it was late at night and I saw a little bit of the Incredible Hulk and he got like really angry and he picked up a garbage can and he smashed it and it was really loud and I thought, oh, and then I had nightmares about it. So I don't want to be Hulk. Doing great? Question mark. No one's dying. I guess so. I feel like I'm losing aggro though. I can't tell. This dungeon's a bit strange. It's got like I mean I'm getting aim capped and stuff, but do I want to go pull all that or do we want to just like not? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I'm just losing aggro. That's why I'm worried about it. I'm gonna keep going. Mouth beam. Yeah. Gouges are brutal in these old dungeons. It just seems like a weird thing to do to your tank. Yeah. I can't tell if my threat gen's bad or if, oh, I ate his debuff. Or if my, threat plates aren't working or if everything's fine and I'm just, like, paranoid. I don't know. What does that one do? It's just a single target charge. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Maybe Night Flame will be exposure therapy to confront your Hulk fear. I suppose so. I guess I've never really seen a big need to fix my Hulk fear. Because, you know, like I've never had to, like, tolerate the Hulk. I've always been able to just turn off the TV. Hello and good morning. Hello! Good morning! How are things? Happy Thursday. if you could come back here and hit me instead. Thank you. That would be great. Hulk is my favorite. I think and it's funny, I didn't even see anything like really scary happen. I think I just didn't like that he was mad. I just didn't like angry, loud, mad character. Owie, owie, owie. Okay. Alright. Everything's fine. Are there any other buttons? Oh, I can press blur. Can I? Maybe I can't. Maybe I don't have blur anymore. It's done. I can demon skills and I can immolation aura. There we go. We can metamorph. That'll probably do something tanky. Thought it was Wednesday? Not anymore. My Hazel is on. The Hulk gloves, you have smash power, then you won't fear it any longer. No blur for demon hunter tanks. It was too good to be true, probably. Can I still get darkness, or is that also not for me? How's the alt leveling? Oh, it's something. I don't know if I enjoyed that, to be honest. I'm gonna thank the people and then I'm getting out of here. There is another dungeon, but it also like gave me credit and also one person's already gone, so I'm leaving. Days of the week are hard. Any way to make profession tools not show when using the professions? The tool I'm not sure about. The other gear though, I'm pretty sure there's somebody you can talk to at the Ruby Life Shrine that will tell you that you can choose to toggle whether or not that stuff shows, but I don't know if it'll actually stop the tool. I think something like your mining pick is always going to show. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Oh, I got an upgrade. Okay, well that was exciting. I don't know about all that. Crit chance, simulation aura, fell blade. It's like another button. Do I want another button? I want like not many buttons. Yeah, alright. Two levels that quick? Yeah, I guess it was good levels. Hi, kitty. You leaving? Thanks for stopping by. Are we heading? Yeah, we're heading the right direction. Took my army of ults into Nighthold. Finally got the Chronos Illusion off the second boss in there. Oh, congrats! That boss is finally finally given a few of them out. Clear you don't enjoy tanking. I like tanking when I feel like I've got a grip on the mobs. I wasn't convinced I had aggro. That's the big thing, is I don't want to be I wasn't doing the route perfectly in there, and they were like, just jump down, you don't have to clear this, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Hi. Yeah, I wasn't convinced that I had aggro. I think I did. I'm just something about that dungeon, I guess. Maybe I'm just not used to. I feel like if other people are taking damage, but sometimes people do take damage. I don't know. Forgot to check the trading post items. There is some serious stuff in there. Something about Demon Hunter questing an element that's absolutely goofy. He's checking to see if there's any demons here. As a demon hunter, he's decided that he's going to do this in an orderly fashion. And he's going to start close to the city, and he's just going to make sure that there aren't any demons. Hi. Looking forward to Time Rifts, which version will you be liking the most? I mostly want, I am looking forward to Time Rifts, but I am more interested in just getting all of the cosmetics than I am in any particular time. Although more Murlocs is always good, but I think that's something that I might be able to use my alt army to help me with as well, if it's like something that I can just kind of join a group for. Researchers under fire style every week. Let's throw this on that button there. That might be good. A lot of cosmetics coming in 10.15. Yeah. Snail is zooming. Any demons in this cabbage patch? Hey there. Are those watermelons? Am I hungry? They had fancy watermelons at one of the stores, and I thought, well, that's kind of cool. And then I thought, $20. I don't know if any melon is worth that much money to me. Stay away from Goldshire. Something weird going on there. Hey, demons. Fancy how? It was a different color. I don't remember what it was called, but I think it was supposed to be purple on the inside. I think it was a watermelon. It could have been a different kind of fruit. I tuned out real quick when I saw the price tag. Hobo Monk, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to this girl squad. Thinking it was grown with fancy water. It could have been. That's a lot of money for a melon. Yeah. I like fruit. I'll buy frozen fruit. I'll grow fresh fruit, but there are limits to my fruit love. I'm going this way. There we go. Remember yesterday when I was super stoked about our best pull in Heroic Sark at 21%? Last night, best pull got him down to 3.7. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. Dang, yeah. We re-cleared it last night, and our pulls were really funny in that, like, I think we pulled it 4 times. I'm not 100% on it, but the first 3 pulls or so were just abject chaos. Just a hot mess. For some reason, we were all taking bananas damage, and it was not going well. It was just everybody was everywhere. Bombs were at weird times. It was just not going well. And then we just had like the legendary pull where everything went right, and we just killed it super clean with like almost everybody up, which has never happened before. Every time that we've re-cleared or cleared Heroic Sarkareth up until this point has been with like 3 people left alive, or nobody left alive in the case of our first pull. It's always been like really down to the wire. But then yesterday we just had, a bunch of mess, and then we all just sat up straight or something and did it. It's weird. Flew home last night. Just came home from getting groceries. 3 giant bags, fresh vegetables and fruit, and I'm so excited. There's something so good about home food after you've been traveling. Like traveling for the food is awesome, and it's great getting to try all the delicious things elsewhere. But there's something about just eating the things that you normally eat at home. Just something simple that just does it for me. I always crave that after I've been eating out too much. I just want to make some. I just want some noodles and a vegetable. Yellow watermelon, worth that price. Tastes amazing. Someone gave me a can of watermelon water. Watermelon water. I haven't heard of that. I've heard of coconut water. I could see it being the same thing. 2 weeks of eating out all the time has lost its charm. Yeah. Yep, that'll happen. And I always feel so ungrateful whenever it happens because like these kitchens and these chefs and these restaurants make great food, and I know that, but there's only so much of it that you can do before it's just not fun anymore. Just washed my black jeans with tissue in the pocket. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Too heavy. Sometimes too salty as well. I like salt in food, and I salt my food while I'm cooking, but not to the degree that restaurants do it. And that's another thing that I find sometimes when I've been eating out a lot, is that I want food that's just like not without salt, but with a little tiny bit less. Oh man, I feel bad for your jeans tissue. It'll come off, but that sucks. Hi. Did you decide to stay because I pet you? You gonna hang out with me? How come you're the sweetest thing alive? You're so cute. Hi, baby. Hey, boo boo. You should just take a nap this afternoon when I go out. You won't even have to know I'm gone.
What can I do for you?
Amount of salt and butter is what flags a person as a trained chef. Yeah, I find that's the thing. That's the service that I think I'm really paying a restaurant for when I get food out. I mean, yes, it's avoiding dishes and it's having the food made for me, but it's the service of not having to know and see how much like butter and salt and whatever went into it. There's things that are delicious, then you make them at home and they're not as good. And it's because you didn't. It's because there's things that once you've done them, you're like, I don't really want to eat this anymore. Trying to increase my IO. So close to being the top number 1 mage in Lightbringer. Mage population's pretty dead. Oh, never worry about that. I love competing on Lightbringer or Raider IO rankings because it's not like really a key server, which makes it pretty achievable to be in like on the leaderboard, which feels fun. You can be like, yes, thank you, I am the number whatever on my server. Not that anybody asks, but I just tell imaginary people that in the shower. Okay.
Hello. See you later.
And I want to go back. Yeah, something like that. I want to watch and I want to play. One screen problems. The second monitor is pretty best. It's pretty good. I used to have 3, but I did not. Why did I downsize from 3? I think one of them broke and I just didn't replace it. I think that's what happened, and then I eventually just kind of adapted my setup for 2. And now I decided that I never really needed 3. Sometimes you can just close a window and open a different one. 2, though. You have imaginary people when you shower? I give imaginary speeches. I have imaginary conversations. That's pretty normal. Or like I'll rehash things that I've said or that I might say, or I just like think about the thing that I'm fixated on right now. And I'll be able to like calm down and move on eventually, but I just get stuck on things, and I've found that there's no real shifting me away from something that I'm like obsessed with, and I just have to kind of, you know, find the safeties of it and then just kind of be obsessed with it until it like washes through me like a big wave or a fever or something. So the thing I'm thinking about right now is everything to do with different places to live in different homes, and different home sizes, and different home amenities. And this one has a garage, and this one has a yard, and this one just has a balcony, but it's in the city. And this one is, you know, like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I can't stop, and I can't move on. See you later, kitty cat. And I mean, there's good stuff to think about. And if I'm smart and I like actually make some notes and whatever, I'll have some, like a decent idea of what's important to me when I do one day, not soon, but when I do one day get to house hunting. But holy smokes, I can't move on right now. Can't do it. That's just the thing. All right. Blade Dance, Immolation Aura, maybe Blur. That's a lot of Murlocs. I should have incarned, or whatever. I should have Demon Hunter incarned. Cute, seeing a Demon Hunter pick flowers. Mine is an Elwyn Forest. He's got his pink snail. He does his... I like to think that he does flower arranging to de-stress from a big day of hunting demons. Sometimes I think I would like flower arranging, but I think I just don't have the guts to cut flowers. I prefer having potted flowers. I like growing flowers, but I like just enjoying them on the plant. When they're cut, and I do sometimes get cut flowers for home, but I'm just very aware of the fact that they're slowly dying. The entropy of it all hits a little hard for me, so it's not something I do all the time. I hope so, because I talk to myself all the time. I think it's just good processing, you know? It's just your brain working through some stuff. Best friend bought their first house a couple of months ago. Now most of his life is about furnishings. Learned a lot about rugs last week. Oh, yeah. I adore a good rug that, like, fits the room and the purpose, and it's, like, you know, it speaks to you. I did rug shopping when I moved into this place because I knew I wanted a couple of rugs for different rooms. And I love each and every last rug that I got. Some of them were kind of expensive, but there's something, I feel like I love a room that has some texture, and I like kind of like a soft variety of textures. So having like different textures in rugs goes a long way towards adding that to the room without making it too crazy. For me, anyway. Buy the smallest apartment you can find. Less maintenance, less trouble, less non-gaming time. We might have different priorities though. There is definitely like a good balance of like trouble to you know, ease, but the right balance is going to be different for lots of people. Getting back into WoW after 6 months away from the game. Thoughts on what I should do first? Well, lots of stuff. The new gearing system and the gearing upgrade system, where you can get like flight stones and crests and upgrade your gear, is really pretty fun to do. I've been just like gearing up alts and getting their gear upgraded and running content on them. So, you know, just do some campaign quests, get into the Zeralik Caverns. Do whatever it is that you like to do. Do some keys if you like keys. You can try and get into some raid and some LFR normal pugs if you like to raid. If you prefer outside stuff, you've got Researchers Under Fire and Frank Assaults, and you can do your world bosses. You can grind flight stones and get everything upgraded. Oh, there's all kinds of options. Do I like all this? Sure, yeah. I can't decide if I like Havoc or Vengeance more. I don't really know. Maybe I'll do another dungeon and see if I can figure it out. You have rugs that speak to you? Mm-hmm. All flowers are slowly dying. Yeah, but some of them are still attached to their mother plant. Some of them have been sheared off. And they get a little bit more of the neck snipped every couple of days so that they have a fresh thing through which to slurp their life support. It's a bit, I don't know. Bums me out. Oh, emphasize with watering flowers. Have I tried questing as Vengeance? No, it upsets my sensibilities for reasons that are not valid. People really like questing in tank specs, and I'm just not one of them. I would just, as like, if I was having survivability problems, then I could see it. But as long as I can be in the damage spec and not die, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't just do that. But if I start to keel over, then it might be more of a problem. Like, I know you can make bigger pulls, but like, yeah. I need another talent point. These talent points aren't exciting me so far. I don't know what it is that I want from them. I want the talent point that turns me back into a Shadow Priest. Vengeful Retreat or Imprison, Throwglaive, Consume, Sigil of Flame. Yeah, I mean, it's like damage, I suppose. I'll throw that on a button. Put it over here. Old WoW was so obsessed with mini cave. Yeah, just old WoW. There's I don't think WoW's been able to let that go. I think the Dragonflight in particular, there were caves in Shadowlands, and they loved their little hidden caves with little bushes over the entrances. But holy moly, Dragonflight has gone heavy on caves. Like the big pulls. Playing healing specs all the time. If you could be in tank spec, everything else dies all at once. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it feels like using the wrong, it's off-label use. For whatever reason, I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that with my specs. You know, this is this character, it's in this spec, that is for this thing. It all matches. It all checks out. His paperwork's all in order. Nothing like a good cave. There's a whole zone that's a cave. That is true, actually. It's even caves inside of the cave. Caveception. Tend to level in the spec I intend to use for the two.
Good day to you.
Alright, I'm gonna jump back into Vengeance, and I'm gonna make sure... I mean, my player's fine. I think it was just a weird dungeon. I think Mordon's just weird. Alright, talent points. What did I want? Feldev heals me more? Or I can silence enemies. I think I want that. Feldev is Mouthbeam, yeah. Purge, I could make my Purge better. Imprison will be good eventually when, I mean, I'll take this just so I can get to Disrupt being better. Or I could take this and then get to... When am I ever going to retreat as a tank? No retreat, never surrender. I think I'm Sigil of Flaming pretty often. I want to get to a longer range kick. I feel like that's going to be important. Here, we'll throw this on a button. It'll be useful eventually for incorporeal. Here, we'll cue a Hoon first. That'll be reasonable. Seeps, thank you for the 30-month resub. Wow, a lot has happened in the last 30 months for you and me. Good luck in your housing endeavors. Why, thank you. And Ducky313 with a 20-month resub. Thank you very, very much. Also, Gelmore49 with a 27-month resub a couple minutes ago. Thank you. All right. Whoa. And whoa. All right, I'm all out. Whoa, what are they doing? I've never seen that before. Bipsy's Bobbing Bird grants the ability to raft across water on ice. Is that a toy? Is that a mage talent? That's awesome. I've never heard of that in my life. Drathan, thank you very much for giving out a gift. So, Hunter Disengage, Flip Mobility. Ujai, I actually didn't know that. That does make sense. Do we blame Christopher Nolan? Came back for the bronze patch that's coming up. Do that with the angler's fishing raft. Yeah, I know about the fishing raft and then the Tuskar fishing boat as well. But like, I'd never seen it on ice. Oh, come back, come back. Here we go. I had never in my life seen it on ice. I thought that was kind of cool. Throw glyph. Oh no. Whoa. Take me back down. Exhibit for that. I would be lying if I said I knew who that was. But that's okay. I'm kind of resigning myself to the reality that I'm going to get less and less in the know the older I get. And I will know more and more about like my local squirrel and crow and hawk population. You know, I'm gonna be really out of touch in pop culture references, but if anybody asks, I know exactly which houses the raccoons like to go at night. Cultural early 2000s pop culture phenomenon. Oh. Yeah, I missed that one. Last I was here, she was learning to drive. Hope it's going well. Oh, thanks. I got my license. I've had it for a couple of years, I think. Yeah, I've had it for a couple of years. I still don't love driving. I think I just get nervous. I'm still very aware of the fact that I could die, or that other people could die, or worse, if something goes wrong, I'm gonna have to do paperwork and deal with insurance, which sounds worse than death. But nothing's happened. I'm a pretty safe driver. I like to think. I try. I even bought a car when I moved back to Canada. I sold my other car and I got a different car. 28, don't drive yet. Is it hard? Not hard. A little stressful if you tend to be a nervous person, but if you can play WoW, you can drive. 2020, 2021, you were gold making Shadowlands. Yeah, I was like learning to drive in 2020 because I remember I was learning to drive like before then, but then the pandemic happened and then I figured it was gonna be a lot harder to get like an exam because people weren't like going in cars with other people at the time. But eventually I was able to get, I think it was 2021 that, no, it wouldn't have been 2021 because I moved out in 2021. It would have been 2020 that I got my license. I heard your car's one of the shiny ones. It's got like the wheels. It's got the horn. It's got the mirrors. Clap on you. I need to go for my learner soon and I'm 27. Yeah, it's depending on where you live, I'm sure some people can get by with never doing it. And if I lived in a place, and I mean right now I kind of do in the city, but like if I could get away with never driving, I probably wouldn't. You can save an awful lot of money on like parking and car insurance and maintenance and gas and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Also the car itself by not having one and not worrying about it and then just getting transit and whatever. But out here, if you want to go into the woods, you're still going to need a car to get yourself there. And I like hiking and fishing and stuff. So it's nice to, and then, like visiting family and whatnot. Well, that was something. Oh, it was just a hoon. That's right. That's right. That was why it was so short. Random classic. Let's see what they're going to stick me into this time. Cars are expensive. They are very expensive. They are very expensive. I'm glad that I have one though, because the thing is, like, I don't drive my car that much. It's a little bit goofy for me to have a car. However, if I didn't have my car, and especially if I hadn't got one when I moved here, I probably wouldn't have bothered to convert over my license. And if I had let my license lapse, it would have been a real pain in the butt for me to get my Canadian driver's license. And then even if I had done that and just not had a car, not driven, I think that if I go too long without driving, I get like real nervous about it and then I don't really want to do it anymore. So I view the car both as, yeah, this gets me to my fishing trips and it takes me hiking and it takes me to visit family, even if I don't drive it super often. But more so, this is my investment in continuing to remember how to drive. But yeah, if you live somewhere where your lack of a license is impeding the things that you can do, it is super worth it to get it. You can totally do it. Every time you see somebody do something ridiculous on the road, you can think, well, they're allowed to drive. It's a bit arrogant to say, but something that actually genuinely helped with my anxiety a little bit when I was learning was I was thinking, there are people, I don't want to say dumber than me, but dumber than me, that are capable of operating motor vehicles and do it all the time, and they make crazy choices and they still manage to get by. So me, with all of my attention and, you know, good sense and studying and whatever, it'll be okay. Deep breaths, pay attention, it'll be fine. I did know I didn't have class colors on. I just haven't gotten around to popping it. Not nearly expensive enough if you calculated the damage they cause properly. Things I've seen people do on the road. Yeah. You can also, especially if you kind of have like some time, like I'm not usually going anywhere in a hurry, or I'll just leave early. You can drive in any route that you want. So like if there's a thing that you don't like doing, you can just like take a different way. Like if there's an area that you don't like, you don't have to keep going there. I really don't like turning left across places where it's hard to see, or where there's like blind hills or like fast traffic, and there's a lot of places like that. So I'm just constructing all my routes places where I just don't have to take left turns in those spots. I'll just turn right a couple extra times, or like take a different road, and then it'll be fine. Like I'm just finding all my comfy places to my comfy routes to drive places, so I don't have to do anything that I don't like doing. Back close to home, needing to learn Feel 16 again. Taking different routes to avoid divided highways. Built my confidence by only driving really quiet, smaller highways, and it took years. I think, yeah. The thing that gets me these days, and I'm doing better about it, but I hate feeling like I'll be driving the limit, or like maybe a little bit over the limit, and we have like these roads here that are 2 lanes, 1 in each direction, sort of highway speeds, kind of curvy, sort of country roads situations, like a country highway. And the limit is accommodating for that, and there's like, you know, turn speed advisories. And I'll mostly follow those because, I don't know, I'm being careful. But people like commute this road every day, and they will fly down it, and they get real cranky when you're doing the limit because they can kind of pass, and sometimes people will make crazy unsafe passes. In order to get in front of somebody who is going the speed limit. But yeah, I hate having people pile up behind me when I just don't want to speed, and I don't like social pressure, and I try to just not worry about it and just kind of like, you know, do my thing and they can deal with it, or like if I can pull over and let people pass me. But bugs me. Don't like it. Didn't know this part of the dungeon still existed / was still functional. Yeah, I'm surprised that people aren't in this dungeon haven't yelled at me for wanting to do it. I think there is a boss that will show up here eventually. I think I came here on instinct, and I don't know, we're going for it. We're leveling, it's fine, right? Queen of pulling over to let fast people go takes so much pressure off. Yeah, I should probably do it more. I've mostly been just kind of like living my life and letting people deal with it, but I should probably, if I can find safe places to pull over, just do that. My driver's license was like 2.5K. Learning to drive in Europe is expensive. Heard of single track roads. Not in that phrase. Oh. Tell me this is going to be the boss and not. No, it's more trash. It's more trash. This tune is level 25. This is 25. You're the tank, run it how you want. I guess so. I suppose. What if I speak to my pugs in party chat, but like in character? Welcome. He refers to himself in the third person. Night Flame will be your guide. Night Flame will be your light in the darkness. Learned about them in Scotland. Never saw them before. 1 lane passing spots every so often you pull into to let the person coming towards you pass. Oh. We have, I've never seen a road like that, but there are a lot of roads here that are just like side streets in the city through neighborhoods that I go through, where it's like residential street parking on both sides, and people don't really have garages, so they kind of have to park their cars in the streets. And when you have cars parked on both sides of the street, it's basically one-way traffic. So if somebody else happens to be coming towards you, one of you needs to pull over for the other person to pass. And they're pretty, people don't, for the most part, unless they're crazy, they don't go super fast on these streets because there's like kids and cats and deer and bunnies and whatever. So it's usually fine. And I'm queen of pulling over for that because then they wave at me and then I feel like a good neighbor. But, yeah, not so much on like a faster road. Night Flame's a Tumblr account of someone who likes Sonic and loves emo music. Sonic the fast food place or Sonic the Hedgehog? Fun to be friendly. I appreciate it because I always have time, and I know that some other people, through any variety of factors, just don't have time. Like, they need to get somewhere now. It seems really important to them. And, you know, not all of them are driving in that way, but if I'm going somewhere, I just over budget time because I don't want to be late usually, at least for like, you know, in-person appointments and whatever. So it's not going to ruin my day to pull over and let somebody buy me, but they could be, you know, they could have a lady who's in labor in the car. They might not, but I don't know. Maybe she's lying down. They wave at you and you don't pretend to be the queen. R.I.P. I should just start saluting. Howdy. Hedgehog. I can just like glide, can't I? Whee! I want this one. And then I won't pull too big because the healer's probably gonna need to like fix some fall damage here. Oh, no, we got it. We got it. We got it. Sure. Main thing, I want to get there. Safe speeding isn't going to save much time at all. Yeah. I've also, at this point in my life, and I'm sure it'll happen eventually, but I've never been pulled over. And I just try really hard to not, I don't know, speed or whatever else I feel like could get me in trouble. I don't like being in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble. I'm following the rules. Routine to find yourself in a long wagon train behind someone going well under the limit. Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. I do make efforts to make sure I'm going at least like the limit. Unless I feel like it's really like I can't, like I need to, you know, feel up the turns a little bit, but yeah. Blinky plonky music makes the stream feel mischievous. Night Flame knows no mischief. He must slay everything to find out whether or not it's a demon. Hey, excuse me. There we go. I don't know where those guys came from. Frontal. Yeah, it's a frontal. Oh, it heals me too. Managed to get Gmod in one of my ults. Anyone was unaware, you can solo it now quite easily. Oh, nice. Gmod. That's you can solo that like the earlier bosses too. Did they change it? I thought because doesn't that involve like the treasure boss and then like maybe I'm mistaking it for something else. I might be confused. Alrighty. I have a sense Night Flame is very ironic. The vibe I kind of have in mind for him is if you saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out semi-recently and there's like the paladin character, he's got kind of that energy, like very, very literal. I think is very funny for him. Is he still naked? He's just missing his shirt. That's allowed. He has tattoos. Still need to see this movie. Oh, you do. If you have any friends, you can talk into it, or if you like a good just it was so fun. It was such a good movie. It made me feel 16 again. Can I go into story time about that movie? Without we don't want to spoil the movie, but outside of that, yeah. That's it. Bone Dry does not do humor at all. It's fantastic. Okay. Right. You know what I've not been aware of? I haven't been aware of whether, like, how I'm healing myself. I just kind of assumed that all the healing was coming from the healer. I know that, Soul Cleave heals myself a little bit. Hi. Gmod can drop from LFR, Jaina, and High Tinker. Oh. Ooh. That's intriguing. I kind of want that mount. That's a cool mount. Not wearing a shirt allows you to heal from the universe. I mean, it's like, you know, it's like you get a tattoo, and sometimes you just need to let it air. You need to let it air dry. You don't want to cover it up too much, as long as you can keep it clean. He's I mean, I'm sure he didn't just get his tattoos, but he's just air healing his various wounds. Clearly. I've really lost that leper's defender. There we go. They make the orbs. That is true. Do I collect them though? I guess I should. I haven't been. I haven't been collecting the orbs. I figure, what if there's a talent that makes them come towards me so that I don't have to go get them? I don't know if that's a thing, but if it is, then I want it. Soul Cleave collects them? What's the range on it? Consumes up to 2 available soul fragments. Here, let's see. So there's thing, and then, what? Huh? Oh, I do collect them. All right, good. Because I'm not playing pick up the pinata candy. 2010, a Hobbit movie was coming out. Was visiting America. The first time I was exposed to advertising in food places. Advertising in food places. Well, like a Subway? I feel like Subway does movie promotions all the time. Not like restaurants though. The D&D movie's coming. Restaurant is advertising near me. Oh. Fast food place movie tie-ins. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Intruder alert. I like this dungeon. I liked it a lot more once I had kind of learned my way around it a tiny bit, and I don't remember why I learned my way around it. Maybe I was hunting it for transmog or something, but I got to a point in my life where I had a vague idea of like the regular route to like kill the main bosses.
Interrupt.
Yeah, I'm just kind of pressing any buttons. It seems to be going fine. Original vanilla was a nightmare to figure out. Don't forget the secret boss. I don't miss it. Yeah. If I wanted, the one that I don't remember is if I wanted to go do Electrocutioner. Because I know that if I go down, like, if I jump down after this and I go down to the hallway, I'm gonna get to the end and then that's good. It's like down, maybe that way? Because there's a second door. There's like a second exit. It's wild that this is a low-level dungeon. Similar to walking. Oh, Wailing Caverns, yeah. Wailing Caverns has like an elegant kind of symmetry to it. I like that you do one side and then you do the other side. It's nice. Also, my interrupt is on a 15-second cooldown. That's nothing. That's so little. The main movie tie-in promo at restaurants I remember is I remember eating at a Subway and seeing them promoting it was either Disney or Pixar, I don't remember, but seeing them promoting the movie Brave. I do like being able to do my evoker thing. And it occurs to me that that was a while ago. That's not a new movie. Let's just kind of... I don't have all of this. I have some of it. I think I'm gonna get that one, yep. Do I have the toy from the last boss? I guess so? It's not showing up in my all the things, and I think it would if I needed it. No touch of the void? I don't know what you mean. 2012? 2012 was only 5 years ago. August 2012, let's go. You know what it would have been is I would have been... Well, not 2012. Yeah. Yeah, I would have had a Subway now and then in 2012. Vial of green goo. Yeah, I must have that. Here, we'll see. I think we can keep going. We can get another one. Am I demon huntering correctly yet? Math's boring. Feels like 5 years ago. Heirloom trinket from WoW missions. Oh! Yeah, I might. I mean, I'm just wearing double swift-handed justices right now. I think I probably do have it. I'm just not wearing it. Off until Tuesday. Scared to see how many emails I'll have waiting for me after 2+ weeks. Oh, man. Somebody must have done like a... Somebody must have somewhere made like a gamified email inbox where whenever you like delete something or reply to it, you can like get experience or like have big swooshy sounds. Send this one to the Shadow Realm. It's spam, you know. You get DBM for your inbox. Would that help you? Me? I mean, I'm assuming I would get the high score for deleting because I'm a big fan of the delete all button, but I also don't work for anybody, so I can get away with it. Yeah. No, not really. My inbox is more or less under control. I'm in good shape with it right now. It mostly causes me anxiety when I'm avoiding things. It's like when you get mail anxiety if you have like, you know, mail that you are afraid of receiving. Or like, you know, there's something important in there, but you haven't looked and now you're too afraid to look. Whenever I get kind of like pulled under by that riptide, I am unhappy dealing with any messages at all because I'm pretty sure there's bad news in there because I've just left it so long that there must be. But I've been on top of it recently. I had to be for a thing. Every time you send an email, Catacard cheers you on. There we go. I'll close the talent point notice. Demon Hunter is called Night Flame. Edgy. Perfect. Living the Demon Hunter dream. Do you approve of his transmog? Or lack thereof? He's Demon Slayer Night Flame. Sometimes forget how long leveling dungeons take when you're not running with a level 10 with full Warforged gear. Yeah, this is also just like a long one. This is Nomergon takes a good chunk longer than some of the more modern dungeons. He's up to level 26 though. And I bet he'll get like a decent chunk for finishing this thing, so that'll be good. Dwarf paladin named Captain Insado, and I love him. What did I oh, I hope everybody made it inside. Oh no! The feral! That's Demon Hunter tanks. That is what they do. They do it to me all the time. I'm going! Pulls the boss, close the door. Whoops, the daisy do. Whoops. Sorry. Didn't mean to lock you out. Oh no, my soul.
Interrupt.
What did the robot just say? Usurpers! Nomergon is mine! Something like that. Unless you mean DBM. She said interrupt. Midnight Angel transmog suggestions for a Zandalari Hunter. If you have Kyrian wings, I know it's a bit of a long shot, but I have a pair of black Kyrian wing transmog that is armor type agnostic that I've been putting onto stuff. Or at least I put it onto a Shadow Priest, and I'm quite pleased with it. Demon Hunter's named Wraith. Gotta have an edgy name when you're Demon Hunter. That's what I was feeling. I feel like you need to have either an edgy name or like a really, really mundane one. Or, you know, there's always the Illidan memes. I play with a demon hunter named Philodin, who goes by Phil, and that's pretty good stuff. That hits the spot. This is my demon hunter, Clark. Hey, it's Tony. I'm gonna change gear. Thank you. Any quest to turn in? Yeah, quest over here. Think I'm gonna cry? Never have to come into Dragon Soul ever again? You get what you need? Congratulations. You're free? I have not seen Wakanda Forever. Dave the Demon Hunter. No relation to the Barbarian. Oh boy. Alright, that got me to level 27. 27. I think I might take advantage of tanking on him later on to level through level ranges that I don't like, but I think as long as I'm in level ranges that I do like, I may as well quest. It's a little bit slower, but here we go. Kitty, did I notice that you came back? I remember when you left. Did you come back while I was mid dungeon? I don't remember you coming to sit. Hi. Dave the Barbarian, core memory unlocked. My show that I watched alone and told nobody as like a young person when I was like 11, 12 maybe in the morning before I had to go to school it was called Beastmaster, and it had some like shirtless man with like a big cat for a friend or something like that. And then there was definitely like a sorceress, and you know, it was like a pretty generic, super cheesy, super low budget, kind of pulpy fantasy show. I loved it. I adored it. I must never see it again. It will not live up to my memories. Okay, we've got this one. The live action one. Yeah. I remember Beastmaster. I loved it so much at that age. Used to be on AXN. Something like that. I don't really remember. Yeah, there were pet ferrets involved. I don't know if they must have made a movie. I feel like they would have done. Increased duration of... Ooh, yeah. I've seen people do that. Alrighty. I need to get up briefly, take a short break, and then we'll do a little bit more questing when I get back. Am I good? Yeah. Sometimes my chair wheel catches the edge of my rug and I have to fix it before I scooch. You guys will be very pleased to hear. All of you. Thrilled, I'm sure. The pepper seeds that I'm germinating in my streaming room are doing it. They've been in there for 7 days, and about a day and a half ago, I saw their no leaves yet, but the first little the little shoot, the first root has been snaking out of their seed casings for all of them. So we're off to a good start. Whew, I need to wear those bracers. Those are a big upgrade. Anything else? I need to clean up these bags. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess. They sprouted? Nice. They sound so cute. I'm excited to see how I planted 2 different types of peppers, and I'm excited to see how they look different from each other once they turn into plants. Ooh, that's a... I need to send that to a Clothy that can learn that mog. I don't know that mog yet. Any greens that I can sell for horrifically undervalued prices? Yes, yes. We get rid of this one. We don't need these. Don't need these. He does not need milk. Night Flame does not drink milk. Night Flame drinks almond milk. They go nicely with his goji berry smoothies. Pepper's doing We're gonna send this over here. What was I gonna show you guys on my priest? I feel like I had something I was gonna show. I mean, I can send her that chest to use for transmog. I had something I wanted to show you on an alt. I forget. Acai berries because purple. Milk from a skull mug like in the Freehold quest. Has a paleo TikTok. Oh my god. Oh man, he's a vegan, but he's like a hyper masculine vegan, which is the best kind. Is that your last alt that isn't 70 already? No, he's new. I have 2 characters that are parked at 67 waiting for the next time walking, and then I have a Death Knight that's been level 19 for like a year. Just got Pilgrim vegan. He's wearing pants. He's got like boots and gloves. He's basically got his whole outfit on. He just decided that he didn't need the shirt. I like to imagine now in his new headcanon that he wears his no shirt to not only show off the tattoos, but to prove that he still has his muscles in spite of his veganism. He's got to show off the goods. Pant legs same color as his chest. A little bit, I suppose. I figured they should be like a nice dark gray neutral color so as not to take away focus from his hot pink hair too much. Which I like to imagine just comes out of his head that way. He doesn't diet. Like I said, paleo TikTok. Isn't paleo not vegan though? I guess I don't know. I have so far managed to never not escape the ticking and the talking. Paleo Twitch also fun. Does he bring up his CrossFit routine in everyday conversation? He just starts doing it. He just starts like he's always on the lookout for a pull-up bar, and he will just start doing them while he's talking to you. There's been a group in Wyoming lately for a dig. Oh. Alrighty. Westfall Garrison? Sure, yeah. So he'll be able to learn how to fly soon. If you have tattoos, why do you need a shirt? Pull-up bar made me hungry for some reason. Thoughts? You're just thinking about burning calories. I feel like I need to get groceries again. It happens all the time. I don't know if I'm ever going to live farther from a grocery store than I do right now. I don't know how I'm going to survive because I feel like I go every 3rd day because I don't know. I eat my food. Essentials like bread and eggs and stuff. Then you can have more vegetables. Buy like 4 of everything. I have started buying loaves of bread in like 2 or 3 loaves at a time because I keep them in the freezer so they're not going bad or anything like that. I could stand to make bread more often, but I haven't been doing it. I've just been
Well met.
kind of lazy, kind of comfy, hanging out, cuddling with the cat. Yesterday I had an hour before raid and I was like, I could sit down and I could do a bit of work for an hour, or I could lay down on my couch with this cat. And she got like right into the spot and she curled up against my tummy and I was like, yeah, we're staying right here. Night Flame would bake his own bread. What kind of bread does he bake, though, is the question. He kind of looks like he doesn't do grains. He doesn't exactly look like he eats carbs. I'm going... Oh, yeah, that's right. Purple bread. I love being able to do micro grocery runs 4 to 5 times a week, pick up things I need. It's super nice for, like, fresh stuff, you know, like that is best eaten day after second day. Because growing up, we would get stuff like that, but it would just be like, you know, you would eat like extra good for like 1 or 2 days after the grocery trip, and then you would eat not like badly, but you know, things that kept better for the rest of the week. And then I remember during early pandemic, grocery runs became every 2 weeks for my household, and then you were really like kind of hurting for fresh veggies and not frozen ones by the end of it. Ancient grain gluten-free bread. Oh, you gotta love a good ancient grain. Eats mage bread, calorie-free. The Ballad of Night Flame's getting extensive. I'd love to say I'd remember any of this, but I probably won't. It's just a fun thing to think about while you're leveling. I like his purple swords. They're kind of growing on me. Maybe I should have put the Cronus illusions on him. I'm not convinced I'm doing Demon Hunter right, but I think it's probably fine. There's a lot of buttons in my bars that I'm not pressing very often. Hello? Hello, Data Bob. How you doing? That's one thing I've been thinking about a fair amount, actually, is how far do I want to live from groceries? Because there's, you know, when you're looking at different places to live, there's options, and it's kind of like right now I can walk in almost any direction and then buy some food without going too far. And that's not necessarily going to be true in different places. It's like, well, is it a 5-minute walk? Is it like a 20-minute walk? Are we talking like a 5-minute drive? 30-minute drive? 45-minute drive? Because especially if you don't have a commute and you're not just like picking stuff up on your way back, that's kind of like a big deal. His RP's going great right now. I love walking so much. I really like being able to walk and just pick up some things. Partly because it's good exercise and it's a good chance to just like, you know, people watch and get outside and whatever. And partly because I just feel really cute carrying food in my tote bag. I don't know. I like grew up watching people on TV and they would come home from their shopping and they would have like a loaf of bread and some bananas or whatever. And they would just pull it out of like a bag that was like, I don't know. And I have like my bag and I pull it, I carry home my food. It's fun. I don't know what to tell you. And then if you buy too much food and it doesn't fit in the bag, then you just have to like hold your bananas while you're walking. Hopefully with wildlife on them. My main bag's actually just like a canvas bag. It's like an LL Bean boat and tote that I got. I got it like 2 summers ago because I had some ridiculous idea that I was going to go to the beach so often that I was going to need like a bag to cart around like my beach towel and sunscreen. And I thought, well, this is a cute solution. It seems like it's nice and durable. And then I went to the beach one time. And to be fair, it did a great job of carting around my sunscreen and my towel. But like, after that point, for hikes and stuff, I use backpacks. But the heavy duty tote is awesome for groceries. Or like if I'm just going out, I'll just like throw a sweater in it or something. And then if I need to, I can tie the sweater on my waist. And then if I'm shopping, I can, or if like I pick something up while I'm out, I can just chuck it in the tote. Because people don't do gross like shopping bags here. Like plastic bags are not around anymore in this city. So, and I don't always remember to bring my bags, or maybe I don't remember that I'm shopping. So if I don't want to have to buy a reusable bag every time I go, it's nice just to have a tote on me. Plus I feel cute. I need to, one day I think this one, it's like pretty stiff canvas. It would be quite hard to embroider, but one day I would like to embroider more bags because that would make them even cuter. I could put kitty cats on them. You know, life has options. You can have cute totes too. Time to prep for a meeting. Catch you later, Squirrel Squad. Good luck with your meeting. Backpack's great for groceries. I also have a a insulated backpack, and I think you're supposed to use it as like a cooler for like, you know, you're camping or whatever, and you throw your beers in there. But I don't really do beers, but I buy milk at the store, and it works great because you can fit like a couple cartons of like, you know, your milk or your oat milk or your juice or whatever. You can put your frozen stuff in there, and it's like insulated, and it zips, and it wears as a backpack, so you can just kind of tote it on your back home. You don't have to like load up your elbows. I remember back in 2012, 13, I was walking my groceries home like I did now, but I didn't have I hadn't really upped my tote game yet. I hadn't upped my bag game yet, so I would just use like regular reusable grocery bags, and I would just like I would also carry like 5 of them, and I would just kind of like loop them on my elbows, and then just like kind of my groceries all the way home, which was fine, but like they would tear up my arms, and because they were heavy, and I didn't have a better plan. I was young. I didn't think things through. There were better options. I was just charging ahead. Typical Shells, thank you for the 49-month resub. Cider needs to be kept cold too. Made a drink in can super cold? Oh, make a drink in a can super cold. Oh. Voila. I've never seen voila spelled like that before, but I love it. Ooh, Voltris is up. I love, I'm a bit of an overpacker when I'm going places because I just like being prepared. I hate not having the right thing. And, you know, the weather changes a lot. So, you know, different layers of clothing are kind of essential so you can layer up or layer down. And then, you know, you got to make sure you have your sunscreen and your snacks and it's just, it doesn't seem like that much, but whenever I'm packing for a hike, I always feel like I end up bringing way too much stuff. But then I'm also missing something. Like last time I managed to both overpack and also not bring enough food. Oh, I think I'm supposed to bribe them. Would you like, there we go. No! Oh dear. Trainer has unironically suggested that I carry heavy groceries home more often to help improve my grip strength. Oh. Nobody's surprised that you overpack. What? You mean I'm not successfully giving off minimalist vibes? I just always hated, you know, like, it just, even when they're little things, sometimes just having the right thing with you makes a huge difference. Like, I remember being at, like, a resort once, like at Disneyland, and I couldn't find my lip balm, and I thought I'd forgotten it. I thought it wasn't in my bag. And my lips were so dry, and I, like, couldn't find one anywhere. And I wouldn't say it ruined my trip, but they were, like, bleeding by the end of the day. And I was unhappy about it. I kept being in line just looking through it, being like, I could have sworn I brought it. As it turned out, I had brought it. It was just in a pocket that I had forgotten existed in that particular purse. But, I don't know. I feel like I've had enough, not disasters, but experiences in my life where like something really sucked because I didn't bring the correct thing with me that I do over prepare just to have the right thing. Did that at Six Flags. Yeah. I always bring water. I always bring water unless I know I'm going somewhere that has it. Or like I have a water bottle that is especially for my car because it's the one that fits in the cup holder. Because this thing is not fitting into a cup holder. This thing has a wide bottom. She's proud of it, but it means that she can't fit in the cup holder. So like if I'm going, like basically driving anywhere, I'll just fill up the smaller version of that. That's the car water. And then I'll leave it in the car so that if I get back to my car after whatever it was that I did and I'm thirsty, I can have some water before I go because I don't like being thirsty. Sometimes you get really thirsty. Besides, it's an insulated iron bottle, and if you put some ice in it before you go, even in like a really hot day, that water will still be ice cold after hours, and it's awesome. And brought fewer things, you may have had more luck finding it. I mean, maybe, but I didn't have that much stuff on that particular day. I had like a water, like water, keys, phone, lip balm, maybe a camera. It's like a standard Disneyland day. I dislike having too much stuff when it's just like one big mega bag though without pockets, because then you can't find anything. I had a day like that recently where I had just brought the one tote and everything fit in it, but I didn't anticipate how much stuff I was going to end up with, and I couldn't find anything. Water bottle, pistachios, peanut M&Ms in my purse. Mm-hmm.
Light be with you. Be careful.
Yeah, emergency candy is sometimes really helpful. But also, if you forget that you have candy in your bag and then you leave your bag somewhere really hot, then you can just like melt your bag together, and that's not so good either. Murloc. No. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What level am I? 28. He's chewing right along. Honestly, it mostly felt like the starting area took forever. I know it got me from levels 8 to basically 20, but do I want leech? I want movement speed, and that's what I want. They survive the heat really well. Oh. Speaking of heat, thoughts and good wishes for those of you guys that are in a heat wave right now. I have some friends in Texas, and yikes! It sounds. I was asking my smart speaker what the temperature was in like different cities around America, and oof, some of them are toasty, some of them are too hot for people. But you gotta live there anyway. It might get up close to 30 this weekend here, which is not 40, but it's pretty warm. Break out some shorts. North Dallas 103 with a heat index of 117. Yeah, that's brutal. That really sucks. I'm sorry. Indoor day. Deceased here in the Phoenix area. Yeah, Phoenix was the other one I checked. Phoenix is like my benchmark for what a disgustingly hot city in the States is, because I feel like Arizona is just constantly melting. Ask for temps around random places in the earth. Mostly just American cities. Because that's where most of the people that I like raid with would live in. I'd ask for like places where I know different guildies live, or like places that I used to live. You know, how hot is it in Portland? That kind of thing. I don't know if Alberta's still on fire. I haven't been watching the news or looking at any news. I think it's usually pretty safe to say that during the summer there is going to be fire somewhere. It's just a question of how under control it is. Talking to one of our B&B hosts, saying how the Isle of Skye was at a severe risk for running out of water during a heat wave in May. Crazy. Wife does that too. Thought it was her personal eccentricity. No. Sometimes it's just interesting to think about. It also makes me really glad for where I live, because we get toasty, and mind you, I don't have AC, so if it does get hot, it's gonna get kind of gross. But it's been nice. I've been appreciating it. Mostly not on fire. Eastern Canada, not as lucky. It's a swamp here right now. Yeah. When Hazel gets a house one day, if at all and in any way possible, she's gonna try and get a heat pump put on there if it doesn't come with one to begin with. If that can be done. If not, then maybe like window AC units or something. Because you gotta have at least one room that you can cool in an emergency for the sake of like your pets and stuff. I've learned that one out. Don't like AC unless it's unbearable. I freeze too easy. I actually really don't like the passive sound that a lot of them make. I guess maybe expensive AC is probably quieter, but I don't like static, passive, constant noise, especially if it's like close to me. Like I used to have to run the AC while I was streaming, and it drove me nuts because like I used to have like a little window AC unit this is in Oregon when a couple of apartments ago. And during the summer when it's hot, especially when I used to stream like 3 to 5 in the afternoon, I would have to run that while I was streaming just to keep it cool enough for the computer to be okay, or for me to not like pour sweat off my body. But it was just loud and annoying. Hazel, what's that? Why are you inside of an aircraft? Yeah. What do you do? This way. Invent an AC that just says WoW characters say soothing things instead of mechanical hum. It's just Frost Mage. It's just Frost Mage DBM, or not DBM, but I don't know, Gladiator Losa. Ice Lance, Frozen Orb, Blizzard. What is this purple mount? You like Big Slick in the city? He's from the Zeralek Caverns, from the Snail Rep. What places in WoW do you think would be the worst to live in weather-wise? The Firelands. Thinking of things more realistic. Yeah, Barrens seem pretty toasty. Big dry heat, not a lot of AC going on in there. Argus, yeah. Anywhere with like bad air quality, I feel like is really, really rough. Enjoying you yelling at me in raid. It's pretty great. Oh, good. Would love the Baron's Stranglethorn. Ice Crown, ICC, yeah. Yeah, pretty cold. I don't mind winter, but I like having nice weather too to balance it out during other parts of the year. I don't know if I would want to live somewhere that was Arctic all the time. Does our Lord too many stairs? Oh, imagine your legs though if you did those stairs all the time with like your groceries and your errands and stuff. Oh man, you would be you'd be pumped. I like growing things. I like growing food outside. I think I would get sad if my growing window was, and I mean people still manage to like garden and grow crops and stuff in Alaska, but your season is much shorter and there's more considerations that you have to make, I think. Every day's like day in Tazaralor. Who do you think would win in a fight, Sauron or the Lich King? I mean, this is a bad nerd answer, but I feel unqualified to answer that. I don't really know what Sauron did. I feel like in my memory, which is very vague and fuzzy, he mostly just looked at people and then sent some minions after them. Yeah, the Lich King at least had a sword. Have you seen the Zandalari troll legs? Makes sense. It's all coming together now. Valley of the Four Winds. Oh, Valley of the Four Winds would be beautiful. Tiergard Sound, Stormsong Valley. I feel like, I mean, might get a little windy up there, but Kitty, you want back? You want back up? Come hang out with me. Hi. Watch your head. There you go. Up you get. Whoa. There you go. Hi. The eyeball. Oh no, the eyeball. Yeah. Mind you, it's been a long time since I've encountered anything Lord of the Rings related whatsoever, so my memories are a little on the fuzzy side. There we go. Level 29. The Grand's pretty. Did you get your Prime Gaming mount? Oh no, not yet. Not yet. I should do that. I should do that today. 30x under 17, still no wrists. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. Hi. Work, nothing to do. Watch the stream before a long weekend. Oh, nice. You got plans? You kicking back? What is it today? It's Thursday. Oh yeah, there's gonna be Canada Days on the 1st, and then Americans have Independence Day on the 4th. I heard a lot of my guildies were talking about how a lot of people in the States are finding creative ways to take Monday off if they didn't get it off already, because they didn't want to have like a weekend and then go in on Monday and then not go in on Tuesday. So people are just kind of that some people are taking it off and then some people are not allowed to take it off and then some people are going to be sick. Hi, baby. Just call in well. Working construction. Long weekend comes up. A lot of people are just kind of MIA. Yeah, I imagine that there's... I mean, I'm sure some people will still do something on Monday, but... When does the drop start? I thought soon, if not already. I thought it was the 29th. Fell rush damage? Oh. I don't know. Should fell rush a little bit more often. They already got mine. Who's getting a virtual ticket? Did they, are those launched yet, or are we just talking in advance? For virtual ticket means BlizzCon to me. Just got mine too. Claimed mine earlier in the stream. Took vacation for next week, so I'll be off for 9 days after tomorrow. Holy smokes! Oh, that's always like such a nice reset. I should plan to do something this summer. I know I'm talking about, oh, I want to work a lot and I want to save some money and I want to have a big down payment for a house, but I could probably squeak a week somewhere. It's hard when I don't really want to leave my cat though. Like I don't really want to go anywhere for longer than one night because of my muffin. You know, even when people look after her, she misses me. It's available. Tuesday and Wednesday off. I think my job assumes we will all get wasted. Here, let me look at this announcement. Eavesdrop on the thugs. Staycation, also vacation. This is true. This is true. I feel like I do staycations every Monday, Tuesday though. Like every Sunday afternoon, whenever I finish what I wanted to do, I'm like, all right, I'm free, and then I'll either just like absolutely lounge or go do cool stuff until Wednesday. I live it up on my weekends. Want to do a trip to Disney, but not have to leave my dog alone all day. Final Fantasy 16 waiting for me. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I was gonna check Wowhead. BlizzCon 2023 tickets on sale July 8th and July 22nd. Maximum 2D. After 4 years away, BlizzCon's coming back. BlizzCon 2023 will be live streamed free of charge. Virtual ticket will be back as an optional purchase, containing in-game goodies, early access to exclusive BlizzCon merch, and more. Interesting. I wonder if that means that the like if they're streaming all the panels and everything too, because the virtual ticket used to also get you like, you know, like the panels and the costume contest and whatever, like the streams and the records and stuff. But like if they're streaming all of it, and then it's just for, I feel like they can get away with just selling the goodies and whatever. Because yeah, I feel like as cheap as I am, I probably would get the virtual ticket for the goodies. I don't have any gaps in my BlizzCon goodies. I don't know how much the virtual tickets are. You can watch the whole thing for free. That was my understanding from just reading a little bit. If there's a pet, I need it. There's always a pet. Isn't there always a pet? I guess sometimes there's a mount, and then maybe if there's a mount, there's not a pet. But I feel like there's usually a pet. Hate traveling, but I have a doppelganger pet sitter that follows my 10-page pet schedule while I'm gone. We pay her well. Yeah, those people are super valuable. I would be that person for somebody else. I wish I could, if I was more social and I knew my neighbors more, I would just tell them all, I will pet sit / apartment sit for you. I'm great at watering plants. I will you look after your animals. I will cuddle with your cats if they want that. And if they don't want that, I will nod at their cats from a respectful distance while making sure their box and their food are set up. But I'm not a big, not great at getting to know people. It's not my strongest suit. Marcus Straza last BlizzCon. And add people. Blizzard gets to charge people to watch. Pretty good business model. Yeah, they make their money. I'm just excited to watch it. Thought about trying to go down, but Southern CA isn't that close. Tickets are spendy. The whole trip always ends up being spendy. It's possible to be kind of thrifty on it if you don't mind like sharing accommodations and you have people that you can share with and stuff, and you're strategic about it. But the standard way that most people end up doing BlizzCon ends up costing a lot of money, because it's not just the ticket. You've got to eat, and you've got to stay somewhere, and you've got to get there, and you've got to get back, and like there's just a lot of little incidental expenses that all add up. It is fun though. It's always exciting. BlizzCon was always such a whirlwind. It was always so hectic and so crazy. And I was always so tired when I got home, but I was usually pretty glad that I went. But I think this year I should be, unless, yeah, no, I'm probably staying home. Squeezing a Disney day. Next thing you know, you spent $3K. Yeah. If I did go back, I think I wouldn't do Disney this time. I think I would. I mean, it's nice having an extra rest day on the other end of it so that you don't have to fly home immediately after. But if anything, I think I would just go to the beach or something. I would try and do like more of a nature thing and not less of a Disney thing. Just because I've done Disney. It's fun, but you get to it's just not my thing anymore. I have a... Oh, that's just a PvP talent slot available. What level am I? 29 and a half. 29 and a half. We're getting somewhere. How am I enjoying Demon Hunter? It's going okay. It seems fine. I wouldn't say I'm wildly invested or connected to anything that I'm doing, but that's okay, I think. Oh, I disengaged. But yeah, looking at these buttons, I couldn't tell you which ones cleave. I guess none of them cleave right now. Sigil of Flame cleaves. Ever had Tony's Chocolonely bar? Honestly, I think so. I think I had one once because I saw it in the store. And this was when I was in the States, I'm pretty sure. I saw it in the store and I thought the branding was so outrageous that I was kind of offended. I was like, excuse me. And then I ate it anyways. Like I bought it. I don't remember it being anything crazy, but it was fine, I think. Came my HelloFresh box. I can't stop eating it. Maybe that's how I got one. Because I definitely encountered it. And I remember looking at the label and being like, the heck did you just call me? Love those chocolate bars. I've been getting these Donini ones that they have at a store here. And I'll keep one of those in my fridge and just break off a piece whenever it's a chocolate emergency. How was the packaging offensive? I think it was just the branding that was insinuating that I was lonely. Not actually offensive, just kind of like, oh, how did you know? I was also like, I think maybe it came in my HelloFresh box like while I was in the middle of my divorce. I think might have been how that went. And I'm just like opening up my little, you know, single lady food being like, how did you know? Never heard of them, thought the package was vulgar. Oh, no. I think I was just being sensitive. How we doing? We're getting stringy flesh ripper meat. That's right. We have enough Cortez flanks. Chocolate emergency for my people. It's not all the time, but when you need it, you need it. HelloFresh? Yeah, not HelloFresh. Although, I don't know. I would have been my Imperfect Foods is what I'm thinking of. That's what I used to get delivered. All the time. I have some apples that I bought to do some baking, and then I came across some fresh fruit, and I was thinking I need to make some kind of a pie or tart or something like that. Coffee juice. Yeah, no, I definitely did say HelloFresh. It's just, it's all kind of blending together in my brain. I did like Imperfect Foods. That was handy. I used to eat all kinds of vegetables I never would have normally gotten. And I think there might be something sort of similar to that available here, but I feel like I looked and it wasn't quite the same deal.
Well met. Life bless you. Go with our
All right, level 30. We're going to be able to fly. Do I want to wear any of these things? One trouble, and it's not a huge trouble, but one of the mild troubles with leveling in these older zones is that the gear scaling is just, even though it does scale with you, it's not awesome. Your like dungeon gear or even gear from other expansions at the same level will sometimes wildly outperform it with just like way more secondaries. Chaos Nova? Leech? Leech? Why not? Why not Leech? Should I do the thing? I'll do the thing. Veggies are oddly shaped, but taste fine. Yeah, I haven't tried HelloFresh, but my understanding is that it's more of like, here are ingredients to make dinner, or like XYZ dinners. But I guess that's technically what groceries are. It's just organized groceries. How does he feel to play 30 levels in? Not that different than he felt at level 8, really. I haven't exactly picked up many more buttons, and the ones that I've gotten I don't always use. Maybe he needs to try another dungeon or something. We're gonna do this, and then I want to go back to Stormwind to get my to get his. He needs to fly. Exactly how much you need to make X portions, but nothing is prepped or chopped, etc. That makes sense. There's plenty of things that if they're like once you chop them, they start to get kind of stale. I was pleased with myself last night that I made a pretty yummy stir fry for dinner. I'm not usually good at making stir fry, or maybe I just don't like it. I haven't been able to figure that out, but it was better last night. I just, the trouble with it is that I got hungry again later. I felt like I ate a lot of it, but I had to have second dinner at like 9 o'clock. I also, don't really have a very big pan, which is hard if you're trying to stir fry like a lot of veggies, is you just don't have enough like hot metal surface area to vegetable ratio. It's just a, you know, you need the wok or just like a bigger thing. Just need to put more tofu in it. How rude. Alright, turn this in and then we can head back. Because I can... Oh, I also never turned in the Hogger quest either. We can do that at some point. Why are we still not able to use the search function in the Chant Transmog tab? Yeah, I don't know. I find that appearance search in general is like really iffy. It is, even where it is technically in, I find a lot of the times it's just not working well. And maybe it's one of my add-ons that's interfering with it, but I've had problems where I'll search and just like nothing filters out. Like you just keep typing and it's like it'll like flash every time that you type a letter, but then just nothing filters. And then I just give up and I just look for things the old-fashioned way. Okay, let's take him back to Star. Oh, he needs a special Hearthstone. This is important. He needs his very own cosmetic Hearthstone. There are options. They're not all going to filter to Hearthstone, but I feel like he's got pedal feet. That's a pretty big one. He could also do, I mean, he could do Dominated if he wants to be angsty. That's pretty good. There's Noble Gardeners. Does this egg have a demon in it? I kind of liked the town portal. Yeah, I'm using that on my Shadow Priest because she feels a little bit more, it feels a little bit more like her vibe. I can't pick between Dominated and Pedal Feet, so I'm gonna put them both in my bar. Farm Drake's Crest with an ult. Keys and normal raid. If you can get into a normal raid pug, that's going to give you a bunch of them. If you can get into the key level that starts giving them, I want to say it's like what? I forget when you start getting Drake's Crests. I'd have to double check. But that's going to be kind of the faster way to do it. You also want to do your Researchers Under Fire once a week, and then you take your coins that you get from that, and you go to Spinsoa, and you buy your Drake's Crests once a week. You can get like 2 crests worth just from the coins. What else? Frank Assault gives you, I think, some, maybe. But most of mine come from keys and raid. 7+ that gives Drake Fragments? 7s, okay. 6 to 10? Yeah, because I know 11 is when you start getting Worm's Crests.
Hello.
Alright.
Welcome.
Take my 225 gold. See if I care. It doesn't hurt. He needs a flying mount then. Flying. I mean, he picked his color. Pink. He picked his ground mount based on color. This is Mount Journal Enhanced that gives you this kind of... There's not a lot of... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you're getting somewhere. That's a cool feature. Mount Journal Enhanced does this. Yeah. There we go. It's going so slowly. He's taking the leisure ride. Bought a new wok for my induction cooktop. Love to stir fry. Oh, nice. He needs a George Takei voiceover. He needs a, oh man, what is, David Attenborough. And there he goes to his natural habitat. That's not David Attenborough. I don't know who that is. Looking around every corner for demons and never finding any. Heading this way. You hate that mount. Oh, I'm sorry. I got lucky. I was a lucky ladybug. Level 30 and a little bit. 30 and a bit. Oh yeah, I was gonna see if I can deal with tanking another one. Mix it up a little bit. Love the pink punk vibes from him. He's got his own energy, which is what he needed. Get some extra leech. Armor from Immolation Aura, that seems good. Increased duration on demon spikes. Immolation Aura. Yeah, there we go. That'll be good. Because now that lasts for 9 seconds on a 12-second cooldown. So that's pretty good uptime. Yeah. Classic dungeon, sure. Never know what you're gonna get. Oh, where's his Heartbreaker mount? I was gonna paint my nails and I was thinking of trying to do Night Flame matching nails. I don't know if I have a pink that's quite that aggressive. I could maybe do green. Maybe pink and green. I wonder if nail polish manufacturers are gonna start slinging some like basically Barbie pink for the summer just to take advantage of all the people that want to dress up. Needs like a hot pink mini pet as well. Oh, good call, good call. He needs... I can't sort these by color. I have 1,615 options. Help. Hang on. I got an idea. It's not quite hot pink enough. It's pretty cute though. Some kind of flamingo. Brewfest elephant. I feel like the elephant's not cool enough for him. He needs something that's either real cute or like pretty sleek. I feel like the elephant might be kind of clunky. The octopodes are cute. I feel like we don't appreciate the octopodes enough. Look at them moving. Bloop, bloop. Yeah. I'm just clicking at random, hoping for the best. Pink. What would be like pink? Flamingo. Is there a flamingo? No. The little fox? There's a purple fox. Is there a pink one? I'm trying to match his hair and his love rocket. I mean, there must be something within all of these. There's Bright Paw. Bright Paw's kind of purple. Chrominius, again, purple. Child of Johnny's a little pinker. Kind of strange. That's a fishy. That's purple. Ooh, lovebird! Lovebird! Beaky, my lovebird hatchling. That's the pink pet. That's the one. There he is. Worth it for the alliteration. Tyrael's Charger will be on the trading post in July. They announced the July trading post contents. Oh goodness, it's or Song Falls. Yeah, they announced it. Rennie, I think. I'll have to take a look. Confused about this character. He has traits that seem to not really go together. And human beings are never contradictory. Okay. I guess he's not a human being. He's a night elf being. What was I gonna do? Beaky's alright. He's got his lovebird. Okay. At least I mean I know the route in here, more or less. I know my way around. I just I don't know how well it's gonna go. We'll see. How do you feel about TCG items being added? Are they doing that? They've been sticking them in the they've been sticking TCG items in the Twitch drops and stuff. I've made my peace with it. Basically, my takeaway is that I guess I'm not shopping on the black market auction house anymore because there's no sense in spending a lot of gold on something that you are more or less going to get for a Twitch drop eventually. Is Nightflame flamboyant? Yes, but he doesn't think of himself that way. He doesn't know. It's he's unaware of his flair. He just it's just the way he is. He thinks everybody must be like that. My taunt's on cooldown. There we go. Who doesn't love a patchwork tune? Bobbleworm gives me kind of Demon Hunter vibes. Oh dear. Need to farm some pink mog for my planned Barbie and Ken tunes. Finally saved up the 5 mil for the long boy. Year or two too late. Maybe one day they'll do something for you. It would be nice. Should I? Oh no, we're good. 5 mil, still 5 mil. Not too bad. Do you think we'll get Spectral Tiger and T-Drops or Prime Loot? Oh yeah, that's right. They put the Swift Spectral Tiger, or they put the Tiger Cub on the trading post. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think anything that hits Prime Loot is perfectly acceptable for trading post. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't actually mind when they put the Prime Loot on the trading post because that's like stuff that I already have, so it's tender I can save. It's like when the Recruiter Friend stuff came out on the trading post. I didn't have it, and I had to spend like the extra gold to get the like the Cindermane Charger. Or not the gold, the tender to get the Cindermane Charger. I was like, oh man, I'm broke. But this way, I could totally save some tender for other stuff on the trading post because it seems like there's always going to be enough for me to want to buy. Yeah, the rooster would be pretty crazy. But I don't know if they would do TCG mounts on the trading post. I feel like Ian said something about Swift Spectral. Not, like, needing to remain special for some reason. I don't know what made it distinct from the other mounts, but... Yeah, they singled out Swift Spectral specifically as being something that's, like, I don't know, too special for these promos, but it's just such a weird arbitrary line to draw. I have one already, so I'm not too fussed one way or the other. I am leveling a Demon Hunter. I am Nightflame. I am Demon Slayer Nightflame. He has to check everything to make sure it's not a demon. Are those my demon spikes? Those are my demon spikes. They're like little wings. Or like he could dry his laundry. He could roast some vegetables. I kind of like that. I figured it would just be like iron fur that you like barely see. If he had laundry, that is a good point. You're right. I don't think he really has any shirts to dry. He probably washes his pants sometimes. When do demons randomly come after you? Yeah, there's a talent laid in the tree apparently. For Havoc demon hunters. I don't think that Vengeance get it. Oh yeah, he could toast some marshmallows for sure. He could do that on his Fell Flame. I wonder if it's gonna really hurt and upset me if I take both of these. I don't need them, but like, we'll use a little bit of this, and I'll taunt that one back. Oh no, my taunt's on cooldown. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. This is why I must never tank for Flabby. That's gonna be just me on a soundboard. Wait, no! Hit me! Vengeance does get it also? I'm kind of looking forward to it. It sounds like a tiny bit fun. I guess I shouldn't pull with taunt. I guess that's part of my problem is that I pull with taunt and then people rip aggro and then I go, oops. Sorry about that. Whoops-a-daisy. Alright, one boss down. I'm mining him. Alright, we need to get down. I mean, I'm tempted to just like, I don't know where this guy came from. I'm tempted to just jump down and like soar all the way over to where I'm going. I guess I can. I can just make them run. I'll just do like a tiny pull and then be like, alright, you guys get here when you get here. Because like, I'm going this way. See ya. Do you think Night Flame would wear a medium? I don't know what that means. If you could enlighten me, what is a medium? Is that when a medium is vanity branded as a small to make you feel better about your pants? Sorry, so much better than falling to your death. Ghostwalker, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Low-key my favorite old school dungeon. Long and hard to navigate and everything. I don't feel like it's too... I mean, the beginning of it's kind of annoying to get around. Just because there's a lot of... I guess there is a lot of like twisting and turning and overlapping and stuff, but... And then, yeah, you come back. There we go. We saved taunt that time. Love the look of it. The waterfalls are nice. I'm a sucker for waterfalls. Or just water features in general. Maybe one day I'll have a bird bath. I guess I didn't specify outdoors. What if my bath was a bird bath? Seems impractical. I like Fell Rush better than Leapy Leap, Infernal Strike. How does DH tanking feel so far? It's not really all that different from bear tanking. I don't really have as many thrashes, but I just kind of press anything and then try to... I tank with a very paint by numbers approach where I'm kind of like, these ones do damage. These ones might help me with threat, and then these ones might help me with mitigation. And I don't really know what any of them do, but based on like the the category of it, I'll be like, okay, I can use these ones at this time. And then, oh, I've lost something, so I should use this one. And then, oh no, I'm dying, I'm gonna use this one. You know, like, I couldn't tell you the names of them really, but that's okay. I was, in an underrot on my undead, and I got feared. Because of the mobs that do the direction fear. I stood in it, and I got feared. And then I thought, I'm an undead, and I Will of the Forsaken out of it, and I felt so cool. I like that a lot. Have you ever seen birds take dust baths? Mm-hmm. My chickens used to do it as a kid, and then I saw a like a crow or something. I think it was a crow. No, it wouldn't have been a crow. It would have been like a, I don't know. I saw it like just like a regular bird outside doing it in a little dusty spot in somebody's lawn. Night Flame seems to wear socks and sandals combo. Only when his toes get cold. Oh yeah, those are a big upgrade. Level 31. He's got his mind and his money. Cool, thanks. Flash die. Cool, thanks. Bye. Himbo Ken 2 should be a tank. Paladin likely. Blood elf? Night elf? Oh, you can't be a night elf paladin. You have to be a blood elf. No, not a raven. I'm always looking for ravens in the city and I almost never see them. You see ravens by the sea and like sometimes at lakes, although every time I go to the lake it's just bald eagles and then turkey vultures. We get a lot of like big bunches of vultures. Okay, that was tanking. That was fine. It's pretty fast. Barrener, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Scrub Squad. Am I going to watch the Barbie movie? I have some idea of going to see it in theaters, but like after a bit of the hype has passed so that there's less people there. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I'm too cheap to go see it in theaters. I would somewhat like to, but I don't really want to spend the money to go do it. So I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Not sure what class for Barbie though. Does Night Flame? He doesn't have any. He doesn't actually have a beard. He is beardless. He's got a big old blindfold. He's got some eyebrows. He's got his hair. I kind of want to see it. Wanted to make sure my Prime sub went to someone nice like you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Barrener. Also, Ghostwalker had a brand new sub as well a couple minutes ago. Thank you very much. Yeah. My thought for what class Barbie would be is that Barbie could be any class that she wants to be. Barbie is sometimes a doctor. She's been like a snowboarder. She's been, you know, she can probably do whatever she wants. Yeah, I like that his swords really emphasize his little wiggle when he's running. I think it's good. I think it's important. I think I'm not spending my fury enough. I think I have a full bar of fury and I need to just start chunking people with it. Love your hair growing out some. Thank you. I would caution you to not get too attached. I'm just about at my point of wanting to make it a little neater. Power couple, tank, and a Barbie healer. I could see it. Part of me wants to level and gear a healer purely because of how long I wait for healers when I'm pugging keys on my DPS. I'm just, every time I'm sitting in queue waiting for any healer, just inviting any warm body that wants to heal, I keep thinking to myself, it would be so easy to gear up a healer. But I don't know what healer I would do, because I already have a Preservation of Oaker main. I don't really want to do Holy Priest again. I've like Holy Priested enough in dungeons for now. Not a shaman. Maybe an H-Pal? I don't know. Mistweaver monk? Maybe. You want to hear the meanest thing I can say about your current hair? Not really. Huh. Alright, I'm curious. Roast me. Barbie yoga monk. I'm not planning to let it grow long again. I'm too happy. I'm too comfy. I'm just feeling out and experimenting with different lengths and trimmings and whatever to figure out what I like for now anyway. Be a night elf mohawk IRL. It's a hairstyle I had in high school. Did it serve you well in those years? HPL getting some reworks in 10.1.5. I don't need to kill these things. I think I'm just doing it for vengeance. I don't know. Well, I can't be vengeance. I'm havoc. Whoa, I'm supposed to be feeding people. Have some soup. I think they made the cooldown of this much less. It used to be like a 30-second cooldown or something bananas like that. Have some soup. It did not, but that wasn't the hair's fault. Didn't serve myself well in high school. I think that surviving high school is like the epitome, like especially if you graduate. That's all anybody can ask. That's good enough. That'll do. Would H-Pal be the healer option to try? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I would do like a Blood Elf H-Pal. That might be kind of fun. Bald head, shaved head, big chunky earrings, maybe one day. Yeah, I liked the emphasis that your earrings and makeup get when your hair's super short. I also just kind of like petting it when it's like real short. And it's just real nice when the weather's warm. I just liked it. I thought it was cool. Felt like me. Which is such a weird thing to say just because for so long I would have never. And I couldn't really pinpoint what changed, but I'm glad that whatever changed did because I'm pretty comfy. Fuzzhead feels cool. Do you know why we're saying things are bananas and not something like apples? Gwen Stefani. I know this one. Get the this is where it starts to annoy me length. Yeah, I'm probably going to try and trim it first to see if I can find somewhere in between like bald and like this that is more comfy for me. But there's also a part of me that kind of likes bald. Or not bald, but like, you know, buzzed real short. That was, it was kind of nice. And it's nice that it's always an option. I appreciate that it's cheap, like that I have the clippers and that as long as I maintain them, I can just kind of do whatever I want. I like that.
See you around.
Alrighty. How is he doing? How are things going? We gotta go do some knolls down this way. Oh yeah, I can fly. I should remember that. Level 32. He gets to fly fast at 40. Isn't it crazy how fast this goes? Leech and, yeah, I-beam, sure. Well mode, 2mm buzz. People do designs like fires, leopard spots. Looks cool. Yeah. I think it'd be fun to dye the buzz sometime, but I don't want to mess with it right now. One day. Loved getting designs shaved into the sides. You could have art shaved in. I could. Part of what appeals to me, though, about it being hyper short is just it being really inexpensive and low maintenance. And getting fancy things done to it, while fun and satisfying, defeats that purpose a tiny bit. Later on, I'm sure I'll like it for different reasons, but and I might want to try that. But for right now, I am so fixated on wanting to buy a home, whatever that may look like, and anything extra that I can save is going to help. And it could make a difference of like what sort of home and where and stuff. And even like little expenses that aren't that crazy, I feel like will add up over time. So I'm just being real cheap wherever I can. It would be fun to shave a squirrel on the side of your head. It would be hard to shave a squirrel on the side of my head. I would be seriously impressed by an artist that could get away with that. The acorn's a little more doable. You have a garrison. Does that not count as a home? The war that's been raging in my brain has been, would I be happy in the right townhome, or do I really want that detached house? Because there's pros and cons, and there's budget, and then there's things like garden space and strata fees. But like, oh man, I don't know. Would I want to get myself the right townhouse within like a year and a half, or would I want to wait like 3 or 4 years to get the house? Do you go for like the real shabby house that you can maybe patch together later, or do you go for the nicer but lower maintenance place that's like pet friendly? You know, I'm not getting chickens if I get a townhouse, that's for sure. Do I want chickens? I don't know. I mean, I just can't stop thinking about it. I can't move on right now. Would you do Cameo? I dislike the concept of Cameo because it feels conceited to ask for money in exchange for saying hi. Despite the fact that I understand what it is and why people do it, and people really like them as gifts and stuff. And I can see it being like a decent source of income. And it wouldn't be something that you have to sign up for forever. You could do it for like X amount of time. But I don't know. The idea of being like, give me $20 and I'll wish you happy birthday just seems so, I don't know, messed up. You do want chickens. There's also like, I could do a townhouse and then live there for like 5 years and like save more money, and then like, you know, then maybe move into like the dream house as opposed to the shabby house. Cause I was like pricing out my dream house and figuring out what is actually important to me. What do I not want? I don't know. It all feels very dire. It all feels very life or death. And I know it's not, but it's just stuck in my brain. Yes to chickens. What do you really want? The logical answer, the hard answer. It's a hard thing to figure out because I change my mind a lot. Things that feel important to me for like 3 months will wash out of my awareness altogether. I go through really heavy phases of getting into hobbies or having an idea of what my life is going to be like. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be realistic about what my life is actually like, and what do I actually like doing, and what do I need for that, and what do, you know what I actually like doing? I like taking naps with my cat. I like curling up in my bed with my jammies and my book and my cat, and I want it to be nice and quiet, and I like reading my book and taking a nap. It's the best thing in the whole world, and I do it, at least once a week. And then also like every night at bedtime. But you can do that in lots of places, although if you have like a condo with noisy neighbors, not so much. But I'm sure there's more things, right? Like I also love gardening, and, some townhouses will have like patios and balconies, and I'm making do with a balcony right now. So like, I get that it can be done, but it's definitely like, I want earth. I want to like, I want a compost pile. I want, but, do I need that now? Do I need that in a year? Do I need that in 5 years? Am I going to get tired when I'm 50 and not want to do it anymore? Do I want, proper concrete condos will keep sound out. How do you like the apartment you're in now? Remember you loving it when you arrived? This place is awesome. This is a really nice place to rent. There is sometimes some level of noise from neighbors, as we discovered when they decided to do construction. And that's and then, I would love to have more space to garden in, and then like an extra bedroom and an extra bathroom. But yeah, you still have, it's just, nothing crazy, nothing that really disrupts me. It honestly doesn't really bother me that much, except for when it was like the construction, because like I sleep with earplugs in, I work with noise canceling headphones. As long as something's not getting like picked up too badly on my microphone while I'm trying to record, I'm chilling. But it was pretty, that was something. Buy some acreage, get some moo friends. That's just, I would love to, but in this area, without moving really far from my family, which is also important to me, I don't want to live super far from my mom and my sister and my nephew, and like I've lived away from my family before, and I don't want to do it again. And if I want an acreage, I'm gonna need like $1 million, It's not an impossible dream, but it's a much more difficult dream than like a townhouse or a condo or like, you know, a little thing. These earbuds are Bose Sport earbuds, but I just use them for alerts for streaming. You might enjoy the potentiality framework. Make decisions to maximize possibilities. Make marginal decisions to consume based on that. I've never heard of that, but I like that it has a lot of words in it. Coziness of your home hasn't changed. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't want a super tiny kitchen, I think, because I don't cook like excessively, but when you cook, and I have like right now a decent, like there's a pretty nice kitchen in this place, and I like having the counter space. I like the cabinet space. My family lives in places with much smaller kitchens, and I could see that getting kind of cramped when you want to like bake or cook or host or something like that. So that's something. I want a dog. I want a dog. My understanding is you need a little more than that. Oh, for an acreage? I mean, if I'm not too worried about the internet connection, I could take $1 million and I could get an acreage on the island. It wouldn't be in town. But I could, there are places that you can go. They're just not going to have very good internet. You're going to be on rural internet. Dog or a small bear? Dogs like yards. Yeah. But, like, I want to walk and run and hike and go fishing with my doggy. But it's quite possible that a shelter won't adopt me a big dog if I have a patio and not a yard. Like, I guess I can try. But it's possible that the shelters, and that's the route that I want to go. I don't want to buy a dog. I want to adopt a dog. They may or may not, you know, they may say, well, you have this space. It's great that you're active, but what about a smaller dog, you know? They need to go. I mean, I had a dog in an apartment for years. You would just go out, you would just take them outside all the time. No matter how big, I've never felt like my kitchen was big enough. Kind of dog would you want? Something that needs me. I don't mind mixed breeds. I want to adopt a dog that needs me. Some breeds of dogs are cool with being potatoes. I need a dog that can come on a hike with me without needing to be carried home. I need a dog with enough physical vigor and stamina that we can climb a mountain together and then climb back down, and it's not going to be like, Mom, carry me. Become a landlord. I don't want to be a landlord. I know it's like the right thing to do investment wise, but like I just like vibes aside, I want my life to have as few things stressing me out as possible, even if that makes it less fiscally viable. I think that the easy life and the less things to worry about life and the lower responsibility life is worth a lot to me. And being a landlord does not is more responsibility than I am willing to get into. This is also why I am not a parent. I can handle a cat. I can handle a dog. I could get some fishies. That's it. I don't need tenants. All right, we're going. I've had good landlords and I've had bad landlords in my life, and like good property managers and bad ones. And holy smokes, the good ones are worth their weight in gold, and it's just energy that I don't have. Yeah, you have to be available. I hate both of those things. I am very hard to get a hold of. And while that is some landlords, it's not the good ones. Ever considered what if you change your mind about children? I mean, it's been suggested to me about a bajillion times. It's like the thing that always comes up, especially when people are talking to women about whether they want children. It comes up a lot. It's possible. I try and avoid saying never because it makes those people pipe up a lot. But most people I know that want children have always, maybe they haven't always known, but they've at least been open to it. And I've always had in the core of my body this deep instinct that I should not do that. I have never once wanted my own children. I'm sure we could make it work. I bet it would be possible, but I have this idea that I shouldn't. And I think that's a pretty good sign that I shouldn't. Gherkin Slice, thank you for the 31-month resub. But I have heard of people that never want one, and then they reach a certain point and they change their mind. And my thinking is that because I have no interest in freezing my eggs, if I hit later years and I change my mind, then it's tough nuggets. Get another dog or something. That's a choice that I'm making, and I'm gonna live with it, and I'm prepared for that, I think. Gonna go do the thing. Thanks for the stream. Have a good one. Have a good one, Meg. So much to go through just to harvest. Harvest. Me too. Yeah, I guess that's true. You could also adopt at that point. But I have a nephew. I am an aunt. I'm Aunt Hazel. I'm good with that. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna see my nephew soon. What is for lunch? I don't know. I should wrap up in sometime in the next 10 minutes. I should not do any more dungeons. I should wrap up sometime in the next 10 minutes because I am going to go visit some family today, so I need to make sure I eat before I leave. I just got here. Look at this fancy demon hunter. He's magnificent. He is beautiful. I am really glad, though, that my sister does want children and has had a child and is like a really good mom. Because A, she's an excellent mom and she's just like perfect at it, and it's just wonderful. But also, secondly, my mother, bless her, never once put any pressure on either of us to have any children, but she is so happy to be a grandma. She is so excited and happy and over the moon and in love with it. And she's a great grandma. Like, she was a great mom. It's just kind of part of who she is. But like, I'm really glad that my sister did want kids for my mom's sake because she's so happy. Reaper Kelly, thank you for the 8-month resub. Hi, Hazel. Hello. Yeah. Alrighty. We need to get some more. We need to loot a few more things. How's we doing? Level 33. I'm pretty happy with his pace of leveling. I think he can get to 70 before the 11th, because if I get him to 60 around when time walking starts, I can time walk tank him 60 to 70, and that'll do. Niece and nephew, pressure's off me now. Half brother has 2 kids. I get to be the cool aunt. Introduce them to metal music. Both parents are jazz musicians. I wonder if I'm ever going to get bored of gardening. I don't think so. It's too much fun. It's too much fun. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to inhale children. I figured we were just, yeah, no, I don't know. For some reason that didn't faze me at all. I just figured that was a word. Sometimes people say phrases, and I just accept that it's something that the cool people are saying that I haven't figured out yet, and that I just try to use context clues to figure out what it meant. So I just thought that inhaling was just like a cool new modern way of saying enjoying hanging out with, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna go and inhale some guildies and have a good raid night. I just always assume that it's something that everybody else knows, except for me. More of an outdoor gardener, indoor gardener. I like both. I like outdoors because plants like being outdoors, I've generally found. They seem to enjoy sunlight, and I think it's really fun when they grow fast and they grow big and they do big dramatic things. So I like growing vegetables and stuff outside for that reason. But I also have some houseplants. I have not a crazy amount, but somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 houseplants. Of various descriptions in various places. And that's, I guess, another thing I should keep an eye on if and when I one day start looking for places, is I am going to need enough natural light and places for some decent houseplants. I could maybe downsize if I really had to and pick my favorites, but if the place doesn't get any light, I'm going to be miserable. Good about letting his kids find their own interests. That's always good. That's always good. Bright House is hard to find. Makes me miss condo living. Yeah. Yeah. I have like a thing where every time I see a house with a skylight, I go, ooh, skylight. That looks nice. I bet it's pretty in there. I looked at this one house that had a skylight in the kitchen, and it also had like this brick, I'm sure it's like annoying to clean or something, but it had like a brick stove area. They'd inset a modern stove into like an old-fashioned brick style oven. And it was the most gorgeous thing I'd ever seen. Skylights can be a huge pain. They can leak a lot. I put some duct tape on it. Putty. Call the leak master. Water leaking in. You guys, I don't want to say you're no fun, but they can't all leak. They can't all be leaking all of the time. There must be a solution to this problem. Bringing a compass to find out which way is the windows face. Your phone can probably do that. I know my phone can show me which way north is. We had skylights that wouldn't quite close. We let heat out all winter. My skylights never leak. I have a skylight that hasn't leaked. I believe in you. There's a lot of stained glass windows in like the old houses in the city here. I don't know if they're on the ceilings, but they, I'm sure they would let in colored light. You can also, if you want, you can get like window coverings that that you basically stick onto the window that would filter it into basically like stained glass. It will diminish the light coming in a tiny bit, but they can also, you know, if you have like a, if you, it's an option. You can. You could DIY yourself some stained glass at home. Those cool clings. Big old window decal. Yeah. Yeah, you can get privacy ones too. Vision of the past uncovered. I guess I'll do this because if I don't do it, I'm never gonna. And I think they send me back to Stormwind eventually. So I'm gonna do this, but I'll wrap up once we're done zoning into dead mines. Yeah, my Midsummer XP buff fell off. That's okay. It's just for mobs killed. It doesn't affect quests or anything like that. Okay. I'm glad that they added a map to this area. It helps out a lot. I used to get very lost trying to do this quest because I wouldn't be able to find my way around down here. Slackwalker, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. A custom-made squirrel stained glass window. There you go. Oh, there's another rare over there too. These are pretty good experience, right? Let me see. I'm level 33. A bit. This lady always drops the same thing. Oh yeah, that's decent. It's like a bar. 34. There's a lot of ore down here too. Glass blowing, fun to watch. Do you ever make there was some kind of toy that we made that looked a little bit like stained glass as like a craft project as a kid. You were either like melting plastic or there's also like a baking version where you do it with like food coloring and sugar or something like that. What are we doing today? PTR? This is retail. I'm leveling alts with the experience buff. I'm just about finished though. Hi, kitty cat. Melting wax chips. Yeah, that might have been it. That might have been the thing. I think I know what you're talking about with the sugar. I think I saw somebody do it on Bake Off. But I remember the version I did as a kid couldn't have been the food one because the food one sounds hard. It was for Christmas. You would make little Christmas ornaments by melting some kind of synthetic product and then like pouring it into like a mold. Melted them in the oven in the shape of cookie cutters. Yeah. Simply because I've seen it on Bake Off. Movie time, movie time. something would have had a scalped, waxy texture. It was like translucent. What's going on here? Westfall questing. This is some kind of story. I don't know. Look, we're watching Edwin Van Cleef die. Or something. something Vanessa. Oh, this is the adventures. There's us in classic. I think they were called Shrinky Dinks. I don't have any appropriate thoughts about that. Don't know if I've done enough Ally Quest to have seen this. It's pretty deep into Westfall. There, you have to really stick to Westfall for a minute to get to this point. I have unspent talent points. Oh, I'm in combat or something though. They're not gonna let me do it. Return to Sentinel Hill, because I know at some point they send me back to Starwind because the Defias like invade. I'm so deep in this cave though. I'm so deep in this cave. Oh, and there's copper right over here. Get some I-beam buffing talents. Showed us mouse over casting in the live stream. Didn't know about that before. Such a time saver. Oh, it's awesome. I don't know how people deal with things like incorporeal or just healing in general without it. But even for non-healers, I found I put it on my Shadow Priest because I just wanted to be able to mouse over stuff onto friendly allies, and I was too lazy to make macros. Or like sprinkle around mouse over dots onto a bunch of things without having to tab target them. I think we go this way. Missed the amount of time used to invest in zones. I find that I invest more time in zones since they added Chromie time because I don't outlevel them before. I don't outlevel them. You know, I used to once upon a time you would get through like, you would maybe get to the Saldine farm and it'd be like, nope, time to go. You gotta move on to a different zone now because you've gained 5 levels or whatever. And now I appreciate that you can kind of just like pick a place that you want to level and then chill there. Don't fall down. Don't fall down. I find that I've been leveling alts, 10 to 60 or whatever in like 2 zones, and I'll just do as much of those zones as I possibly can. That's just me though. It's probably not the most efficient way to do it, but it is fun. Is there a door around here? Hello? There we go. I-beam meta. That's how they do it. I knew I'd heard of that before. Not me staying in Pandaria an extra 10 levels on the way to 120 because I didn't want to start a garrison. You did hit 30. Guess what zone that unlocked? I have a feeling you're gonna say Vashir. It gets so bright in here once the sun comes up. It's alright. You guys don't mind if I'm incandescent, do you? It's not necessarily the most professional stream lighting, but I feel like it's nice just having some natural light in here sometimes. Yeah. It keeps my plants happy, kind of. I don't really know what this one's doing. Oh, it's thirsty. That's what it's doing. Look at this thing. This is some form of a peperomia variant, and I feel like it wants a brighter window because this looks kind of leggy, right? I'm wondering if I should just prune it back. It's also thirsty. I'm gonna get you some water. Don't worry, bud. Yeah, I have a feeling you're kind of leggy. I might just prune you. I love the leaves. It's a fun plant. It's cute. It's got, it kind of reminds, I mean, they're not curly, but the little round leaves kind of remind me of like really long ringlets of curly hair. It's kind of bouncy. I like my little, I like my little fern. I have a little, just like a wood fern in a pot, and I like this one a lot, but it doesn't grow in a hurry. It's happy as long as I keep it a little bit damp, though. It hasn't gotten too crispy, which I appreciate. Sometimes ferns get dry on the inside. Queen of not getting up from my chair if I don't have to. Are we still witnessing? Yeah. We're still witnessing. See this guy? Oh, it's Admiral Ripsnarl. Yeah, I remember him. Does it get fiddleheads? I don't know. I don't know. Some kind of succulent with fuzzy leaves. Had for years. I love succulents. I had to downsize my succulent collection because they used to do really well. I used to have my old apartment, like 2 apartments ago, must have been like southwest facing or something, because I got like hella sun in those windows and on the balcony, and I used to be able to do succulents really well there. And I had lots of them, but I have one window where they do kind of okay here, but I tend to keep the curtains closed for privacy in that room, and it means that they don't get a lot of air circulation. So I had some trouble with mildew actually on one of them. Report in Stormwind. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna take him back home. He's got to learn. Oh no, he doesn't need to learn flying. He already knows how to fly. Oh yeah, we can't hearth like that. Although, male night elf hearthing animation, hilarious. I guess that's just his casting animation. I put, yeah, that's right. There's his hearthing animation. You could take the free flight. Yes, it's faster. I'm just going to wrap up for the day. I can't believe tomorrow's Friday already. It happens so fast. Should we go turn the quest in before I forget? There's, they're gonna give me something real nice. Real good. What is it? 10,000 experience. I wanted to do something back in town. I don't remember what. I need that for Barbie and Ken. That's Petal Feet's lovely Hearthstone. It's Love is in the Air. Love the Draenei pulling taffy hearth animation. I've never heard it described as pulling taffy before, but now that you've said that, I'll never be able to see anything else. Yeah. He's looking good. He's feeling good. He's feeling fresh. He showers like 4 times a day. Excuse me. Oh dear. Knock knock. Alright, what quest am I on that broke the keep? That one. Thank you. There we go. She was elsewhere.
We've made a thorough inspection of the wreckage.
I don't know what. Are you sending me a legion? Where are you sending me? No, thank you. Miss a Pandaria? I don't know. As long as I turned in, yeah, I turned in the quest PFA. Yeah. Who knows? They're always sending you somewhere. All right. I must leave you. I shall be back tomorrow. I shall be back tomorrow in the morning time. It'll be Friday. I think I'm probably going to keep leveling. Maybe I'll tank some more. That's the intro to Pandaria. Thank you for spending this time with me and with Demon Slayer Nightflame. Thanks for all the subs, guys. I really appreciate all the support. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday and a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.